Hey guys, this is like my like seventh or eighth time trying this today. Um, if anybody's having trouble with the YouTube capture um, through the Blue Ridge site, you go to YouTube, make sure you're signed into your BRCC account. Go to the top left. There's like three lines, and there's like a little arrow. Click that. Go to My Channel, and then go to Webcam Capture. Um, like I said, this is like my seventh or eighth time. I'll get done with it, and then it'll lose the video on me. So hopefully I got down what I want to say this time because I've had plenty of time. Um, okay, so we were asked to compare the the writing styles, I guess. Let me double check I got that right. Close the window. All right, great. So the writing styles of Williams, Stevens, Frost, and Millay, besides their structures. And I think that well, they're all great poetry or poets, but I think that sorry, my dog's doing something weird over here. I think that besides their styles, in that some of them write in strictly like sonnet or free verse or Heidel, like or the way they use their syllables or their rhyming schemes, which I believe all comes down to structure. So disregard that. But they they all have their own uh, subject matter, I guess. Um, where William Carlos Williams and Stevens are kind of subjective in the way they write. You can kind of tell they're just kind of well, some poems, not all of them, but you can kind of tell that they're just kind of looking around them and you know, like for instance, Red Wheelbarrow or by William Carlos Williams. I kind of just got that he's like sitting around a farm and watching it rain into a wheelbarrow and like writing about it in a stylized fashion. I mean, don't get me wrong, great poetry. I couldn't do that, but I don't know. It's not for me, I guess. But Edna St. Vincent Millay and Robert Frost, I definitely think are real poets, and uh, and they write real poetry. I'm not discounting Stevens or Williams. I'm not saying they're garbage by any means. Just different writing styles. And second set of questions was from the podcast, and I've been noticing that some people aren't watching podcasts or aren't or just choosing not to answer the questions from the podcast, and that really makes it tough for us to respond to you with 400 words or 500 words or whatever, whenever you don't even answer the questions. I'll get off my soapbox, but I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys. We were asked to find meaning in Ovenbird by Robert Frost, and I Will Put Chaos into 14 Lines by Edna St. Vincent Millay. I Will Put Chaos into 14 Lines I enjoyed better, well, I don't know better, but I enjoyed more than Ovenbird by Robert Frost. Out of I'll Put Chaos into 14 Lines, I got that she's trying to get revenge against somebody. She really wants to I don't know if she wants to like kidnap them per se, but she wants to, you know, get them and she wants to get them in the palm of her hand and just kind of teach them a lesson and revert, make them revert back to their primitive being and you know make them into something good so that way they just won't hurt anymore. Um, as far as the get them in the palm of their hand thing I just said, I get that from when she writes, "Of this sweet odor, where in pious rape I hold his essence in amorphous shape." So I think she's going to, like I said, break him down and then build him into something that is better than what he was. I don't know if it's a lover. I really couldn't get that from the poem. or if it's another person, or even if it's a male or female. When she writes him, she could be speaking in terms of like when you approach a group of people and you say you guys, but it could be a group of girls, kind of like that. And then Ovenbird by Robert Frost, I dug it. Good little read, but I got that out of that. I got that, you know, there's good and bad in the world, and change is all around us. But when you have the good, you know, enjoy it because it might not last forever. You um, when you're at your highest, things can only get worse. When you're at your lowest, things can only get better. And in the poem, he's talking about seasons and the birds about to go south for winter. I assume. I don't. He doesn't really touch on where he is, but um, when it says on sunny days a moment overcast, and comes that other fall we name the fall. He says the highway dust is over all. The bird would cease and be as other birds. So they're going south there is what I'm getting. And that he knows in singing not to sing. The question that he frames in all but words is what to make of a diminished thing. So the diminished thing is that feeling, the good feeling, the bad feeling, and what to make of it. So when the good feeling goes away, you really just kind of dwell on the bad, and vice versa. So that's what I got out of it. Like I said, um, Ovenbird, I didn't think it was as great as the Malay selection. I'll put um, Chaos into 14 lines. I don't know, maybe I'm weird, and I just like the dark um, feeling that you get from reading that Malay selection. But that's me. Um, Hopefully I can post this to Blackboard and I don't have to do this for an eighth time. Thanks, enjoy your week, and I look forward to reading your selections. Or your, not reading, watching your discussion board posts. Sorry.